What is up, everyone? Today we will be creating this. And before we start, make sure to do what the animation says so that you never miss a new video. And now, let's get started. The first thing that I had to do is to isolate the bell icon. I used built-in developer tools in Chrome to extract the SVG source code for both off and on state of the bell. Once this was pasted into a new SVG file, I opened it in Illustrator and exported the bells as PNGs. After this was done, I moved on to the actual animation in After Effects. Since the aim of this animation was to resemble the actual thing, I needed to recreate the button from a screenshot, which is exactly what you can see me trying to do on the screen right now. Font, shape, and color. And then it was time to animate the bell. I imported the PNGs that I have prepared beforehand and created a new composition. The bell was a tough one because I had to break the bell down to two parts, top and bottom, so that they could move independently. To take care of the top lines, I don't know how to call them, sound waves? I first animated the whole bell and then did a lot of confused masking, as you can see. The inside of the bell was simple, a masked rounded rectangle coming from the bottom. I was quite happy with the result so far, I couldn't stop replaying it. I then animated the clapper, where I had some great time with the graph keyframe editor, but after adding the rotation, it all turned out to be just fine. Then it was time to animate the actual button, which was essentially just about changing the color of the background, size of the shape, the text, and adding an additional letter D. To get the right colors, I used a screenshot and an eyedropper. Now let's start putting it all together. The button as well as the bell. It's mainly just about the right positioning, timing, and moving everything together on the final screen with the white background. Currently you can see me trying to create a bounce when the button appears on the screen. And that is why you can see the curve kind of converging to the final size, creating the bounce effect. And to add the cursor, I simply used the PNG that I created to animate a cursor with two stops, at the button and the bell. These two elements also need to react to the clicking, which is why there is a brief reduction and increase in size, which creates the desired click effect. Now we are approaching the final part, where you watch your animation over and over to make sure that everything's perfect and it runs smooth. In this phase, you want to sort out the timing, motion blur, easings, and all these different things that need to be present in a high quality animation. This might sound a little silly to you, but when editing the path of the cursor, I found out that when it is going downwards after it clicks these two elements, it looks unbalanced, even pessimistic, I would say. The upwards motion that I decided to go for seems more lively, more optimistic, and just makes the animation look better overall. I'm not entirely sure if it's just me, but I'll keep it that way since I think it's better. So even details like this can influence the overall look and feel of your design, and I think it's super important to pay attention to them. And now I'm just doing some final checks for the animation, playing it in a loop. After this, rendering is all that's left. Thank you so much for watching, guys. The download link for this animation is in the description below. Feel free to use it in your own videos. I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to see more of content like this. Cheers!